Make no attempt to reload your device. You are now entering the Hellhole.
Welcome back to the Hellhole. This is something a little different. I thought I'd give this a shot, because why the hell not? I'm having a lot of fun playing Vampire Survivors, but, you know, we like to mix these things up, and it's been a while since we've had any kind of gimmick stream. You're looking at my my filthy desk. I probably should have wiped this down. I haven't. Welcome to the Hellhole. I'm internet sensation Mick Lucifer, sometimes Disney villain Mick Lucifer. For some unknown reason, I've decided I've got all these. You can see them here. There's a nice little stack. I got these like Disney trading cards just from the supermarket. Woolworths. Okay, so they give you these just if you buy certain products, and I guess a lot of the products that I like to consume were in the deal. And here's the thing, like I love trading cards. And this is like a chance to reconnect with something. I haven't bought trading cards since the 90s. I was into basketball, Marvel trading cards. I think some of the last ones I got were like the Beatles. I like trading cards. I don't know what to tell you. It's like the thrill of not knowing what you're getting, something exciting. So we're gonna open up these packs. We're gonna see what there is. There's 3 cards in a pack. I've opened 5, so I've got 15 cards here. So let's I don't know, let's see what we got here. So like, I'm not a big Disney guy, that's the only thing. So if you're like a Disney hardcore person, there might not be a lot here for you. I don't know, I just figure I'm gonna try to be as uncynical about this as I can. Hopefully, I haven't even checked my audio. Hopefully I'm audible. Is everything good? If I bump this cord, I lose camera, so it's all very precarious. Hopefully that music's not too loud, assuming it's even playing. This is a shambles. This is a shambles unworthy of Disney. If there are children, maybe talk to mom and dad. I don't know. Anyway, here's the cards I've got so far. This is gonna be fun, right? This is a fun thing. All right, get on with it. We got Pluto. Pluto. For some reason, it's like a crystalline wireframe Pluto, but that's cool. That's a classic Disney character. Everybody's wondering like why is a dog with a dog? Why is Goofy got Pluto? Don't think about it. Don't worry about it. So we got Pluto. That's pretty cool. I don't know if these are like special ones. There's these gray ones. Here's Elsa. Elsa from Frozen, and it's almost like it's like a silver. It's almost like a model or something. I don't know what the deal is. The numbers in the bottom left corner, I think, are like there's 100 cards. So this is card 10, Pluto's card 6. These gray ones, I thought that was special because I opened a packet and it was like 3 gray ones and I hadn't had any up to that point. I don't know, I think they're actually just normal cards. You can get a folder that like spoils all the cards, and I think they're in there. Now, see, somebody would have to help me out with this one. Olaf? Who is Olaf? Is he a Frozen guy? Because that looks like a hand-drawn character. And I don't really know Frozen. Like I said, I'm not a Disney guy. So I don't know Frozen. Is Olaf from Frozen? He's a snowman. He could be. But why couldn't a snowman be from something else? What would it be? I don't know. I guess these things, they're called Disney 100 Wonders. Is it for 100 years of Disney? Is there an anniversary? I'm not sure. Here's an interesting one. Here's Tigger. Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. I don't know, that seems cool. I don't have strong feelings about Winnie the Pooh, but sure, why not? That's a nice looking card. I don't know. Here's another one of those grey ones. We got Alice from Alice in Wonderland. Wow! How about that, kids? It's Alice! Who the F is Alice? That's a song reference for you. I like this one. Here's a good one. This is a good looking card. We got like a gold Simba from The Lion King. Have you seen The Lion King? Wow! I don't know what I'm doing here. That's kind of cool though. I like the way it's almost looks like a gold figurine or something. I could imagine could you buy that in the Disney store? I don't know if that's CG or if it's a photograph. Disney likes merchandising. You could probably buy that somewhere. I don't know if you could buy these cards anywhere. I don't know if it's just the supermarket or what. That's the back, by the way. That's what the Disney 100 Wonders logo looks like. I'm a little disappointed. I saw a TV commercial for these and I thought, oh, that's interesting. Next time I go shopping, I'll probably wind up with some of those because they just foist them on you. They just give them to you. You don't have to ask or anything. But yeah, I don't know. They're a little bit basic. I think there's like a rock, paper, scissors game, and you can see like in the top right corner, there's a fist. So I think it's rock, paper, scissors, but there's colors. I don't know what it's all about. There's Timon and Pumbaa. More Lion King. Hakuna Matata. I mean, that seems like a good thing if you're into Disney. Timon and Pumbaa. That's pretty cool, right? I don't know. This is a bad idea. Why am I doing this? Another Disney classic. Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell from Peter Pan. And all that stuff. Hook. Julia Roberts was Tinkerbell and Hook. When is the original Peter Pan Disney thing? Is that from like, when is that? The 50s? 60s? Here's a good one. Okay, here's a good one. Steamboat, they call it Steamboat Willie, but that's the original, we all know this, the original Mickey Mouse cartoon. I like that card. That's a good card. That's a card that I would feel like, yeah, I'm gonna keep that. That's cool. That's pretty good. I like the classic Mickey. I was trying to do like a little Mickey Lucifer character in the bottom of your screen. It's a little bit grubby looking, and I was doing the classic the classic Mickey. Although this one, see, he's got like the hollow black eyes, I guess, in that one. And then at some point you get the eyes with like the little piece slice, like the pizza slice missing. You know, those kinds of eyes. I'm trying to think, was Tex Avery involved? I don't know who's involved. That's Steamboat Willie. That's a good one. Here we go. Here's like, we're into Disney acquisitions now. The flavor of the month. This one's not bad. Here's a Hulk. I like the art on that. That's kind of interesting with sort of like the flat colors, geometric shapes. It's not strictly conforming to shadows and things like that. His legs look a little small. The torso is exaggerated. It's not like the greatest hero pose, but you've got like a good action pose. So there's something to be said about that. It's a good Hulk thing. And in the rock, paper, scissors thing, of course the Hulk is a fist. He's rock. That's cool. Here's Groot. I am Groot. I'm gonna mind that light. I'm not crazy about Guardians of the Galaxy, so I don't know, no strong feelings about that one, but that's kind of fun. Is that Teen Groot? It's kind of like Teen Groot, I guess. Fair enough. Here's another one of those gray ones, sort of like a stylized Spider-Man. I don't know if there's like gray and regular. I think gray is just they've chosen to throw in these stylized looking cards for some reason. I don't really understand it, but it's interesting, I guess. You've seen Spider-Man 100 times. I guess this is kind of like, is this the movie Spider-Man really? Because he's got the web shooters around his wrist, and there's sort of extra lines of detailing in the costume, which, you know, generally I'm not a big fan of, but I'm not bothered. And I like the stylized look of this. I like the sort of silver additions with the red highlights. That's an interesting graphic sort of premise. And hey, check it out, kids. Card number 69. Moving on. Rocket. They just call him Rocket here. Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, that's a fun one. I guess that's a big deal character right now. I'm still not the biggest Rocket Raccoon fan. I forget, was Rocket in the Hulk comics? I don't know. We got Finn. We're into Star Wars now. Finn. What do you call him? Boyega. I thought he was okay. I'm kind of indifferent to those new Star Wars films. But that's neato. You know, if you're into Star Wars, there you go. Here's a classic, the last one I've got so far. R2-D2. That's a classic. It looks like kind of like Tatooine in the background. I don't think that's a still from the films. It looks like it's. I don't know what that is. Is that CG? Is it painted? I don't really know. But that's the last one I've got. So those are the 15 cards I have so far. Isn't that thrilling? Isn't that exciting? Everyone give it up for those. Let's get into some opening. Is this a fetish thing? What do you get out of this? So here's the packets. I showed you that before. I've got open packets. Whatever. I don't know. Who cares? Let's get the thrill, the gambler's thrill. Look at my blotchy meat fists. Don't punch metal, kid. It's not smart. You'll get weird hands. Okay, what do we got? Oh, we got the first double. Looks like we got a couple of the silvers. So here we go. We got Elsa again. I don't know much about Frozen, but she seems like a big character. Hey, we got silver Winnie the Pooh. How about that? Unlucky 13, or is it lucky 13? Unlucky for some. Winnie the Pooh. What a thrilling. We should look at the cards more and less at my strangler hands. So we got Winnie the Pooh, and who's this? Wow, it's the Black Widow. How about that? I like I don't mind the artwork of that. It's not quite what I think of the iconic Black Widow, but it's pretty close. And I like that it's not just Scarlett Johansson. This feels like it's maybe come from the comic book world, which is something I appreciate. So there you go. We got our first double, but we got a Winnie the Pooh. That's pretty good. I don't know how many packs we got here. I don't think we're gonna get a full set, but let's get into it. What do you want? You want to see me? You want to see my hands? This is going to be very strange. I don't usually do things like this, and like I said, I'm not a Disney guy, but I felt like doing something a bit novel, something a little bit different, and I got this stack of trading cards, and I figure, why not? Hey, well, how about that? We got another double. Check it out. Another Steamboat Willie. I like that. That's a good card. I think that's a great inclusion. Sometimes I feel like the classic Disney is neglected. And I'm not necessarily, like I keep saying, I'm not like a big Disney guy, but I feel like they got to honor their heritage. And I personally prefer a world where these things are separate. Disney's Disney, Marvel's Marvel, Star Wars is something else. So there you go. So we got another double. Spidey, another Spidey. What do we got here? We got like Luke Skywalker with a Star Wars logo. I don't quite understand the design thesis of that. That seems a little bit lame to me. Black and white drawing with the logo interfering. I'm not a fan of the design of that card. That's a little underwhelming, particularly for your big hero, Luke Skywalker. I like that it's classic Luke. I think that's cool. Do the classic characters, but that's not thrilling me. So let's move on. We're getting some doubles. I don't know what I'm going to do with the doubles. Maybe I will try to exploit them for cash, much as I will exploit you for cash, if you so desire. What is we'll avoid. Hey, we got a new one. Another classic. Oh, exciting. Here we go. Pinocchio with the sort of crystalline wireframe look. I like Pinocchio. You know, like I saw Pinocchio as a kid. I saw some of the Disney classics as a kid. I'm trying to think like, you know, Jungle Book, Bambi, Cinderella was probably in there, I think. Or Snow White. You know, I saw all the classics when I was a kid. They were around. I just wasn't particularly into Disney. I was into comics. So that indirectly I've become a Disney guy, I guess, because they bought Marvel. But Pinocchio is a good one. Pinocchio was always good. You know, don't lie, kids. Lying solves nothing. that's a good sort of like a classic fable premise. And I don't know, getting stuck in the whale was good. What do we got here? Mirabelle? I don't know who that is. I'm not up on new Disney. Is that one of the? I got no idea. There was something that came out recently that I didn't hear anything about until it was out. Is she from that? Drop a comment. Tell me what Mirabelle is. I don't know. Any Disney fans watching, particularly in the archive? And we got, oh no, controversy. Controversy strikes. Spider-Gwen, not a fan. Gwen Stacy, God lover, is a tragic figure in Spider-Man's history. Okay. Peter Parker's first love. Green Goblin kind of killed her. You can debate if Spider-Man's web catching her jolted Gwen Stacy and broke her neck. All of that, I don't care. Gwen Stacy died, and I'm not so into this Spider-Gwen stuff. Multiverse is getting a little out of hand. I don't have a lot of use for it, but you know, that's a nice looking card. If you are a Spider-Gwen fan, I feel like you're well served by that. I don't know if these are from like a particular comic cover or something. I'm not familiar with any of these images, so maybe they're original. It's a good looking card. If you're a Spider-Gwen fan, that's cool. I'm just not into Spider-Gwen. I feel like it's just sort of like a distraction. The whole multiverse thing is just kind of like, it's out of hand. You got to invest in reality, and the whole excitement of comics to me is like the maintenance of a singular reality. If you wanted to make like a spidery character like that, Silk or whatever, you know, that could be good, but I feel like Gwen Stacy is Gwen Stacy, and let's leave it at that. I don't know. Is that really controversial? Controversial? I don't know. Here's a new one. Mulan. That's kind of cool. She's kind of got like the katana fans going on. A little bit of a Mortal Kombat thing. I don't remember Mulan being particularly green, so that's an interesting highlight character. Maybe I'm overlooking something. I saw Mulan in the cinema with my friend Shane and his younger sister, and that was an okay time. If I'm honest, I wasn't that into it. I'm not like a big Disney guy. I keep saying it. But Mulan's like a good sort of general story. It's one of those ones where Disney have maybe like appropriated something, which a lot of those are. Fair enough. That's an okay looking card. Another one of those grey ones. We got another Groot. We got doubles. We're gonna have to do some trading. We got Groot, and we got a Stormtrooper. How about that? Stormtrooper from the new films, where it's interesting. The design of the Stormtrooper helmet's kind of like, it's faux retro. There's a definite 70s quality to like the design and those sort of shapes. I'm not sure what I would compare that to, how I would root that in a place in time, but there is a certain sort of like retro vibe to the redesigned Stormtrooper. I don't mind it. I don't have strong feelings about the new Star Wars one way or another. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'm very indifferent to it. I kind of feel like my fandom of Star Wars has run its course. I'm not really that interested, but the new Stormtrooper design is aesthetically pleasing. I'm struggling to remember the exact details, how it differs. But that strikes me as the new one, and that's cool. Fair enough. Have I overestimated? Look at that freak hand. Have I overestimated the entertainment value of doing this on a live stream? I feel like this is very peculiar. I know people watch unboxing videos. That's a thing. There's no box. I'm reluctant to call it unboxing. There's no box involved. It's packets. We're unwrapping. I don't know. Unpacking. Here, I'll move my hand. What do we got? Hey, we got another big one. It's Dumbo, kids. How about that? Can you say Dumbo? Are you still allowed to say that? Is that okay? Dumbo. If you believe in yourself, you can accomplish great feats. That's the lesson of Dumbo. and maybe something about indentured servitude or slavery. Isn't he? Is he subjected to harsh conditions in a circus? Is that the Dumbo story? I've seen Dumbo, but I don't remember it very well. But that seems swell. Is he? He's like a. I think I can. I know I can. Doesn't he? Does he hold a feather and he thinks that makes him fly? But it was the magic was inside him all along. Haha. I don't know. That's cool. That's another one of those ones that looks like a little metal figure or something. Can you buy? Can you buy that in a Disney store? I don't know. It's probably just a CG model. Whatever. Oh, we got another double. Black Widow. She's back. She still looks very unimpressed. Black Widow's seen it all. A seasoned Cold War era secret spy. She's an Avenger, yes, but she she hung out with Daredevil. She's hung out with Hawkeye. She's hung out with. Was she with the Champions for a while? I think she was Champions rather than Defenders. She probably popped up in Defenders. I don't know. I like comics. What can I tell you? Hey, this guy. I know this guy. It's Kylo Ren, everybody. How about that? Cracked helmet and all. I haven't seen the last one, episode 9. Does he crack his helmet? Is that the iconic cracks in his helmet? I cracked a helmet once. I had a very terrible bike accident. And my helmet, I think, cracked a little bit. Not as bad as that, though. Pretty good helmet. Pretty good helmet. Probably saved my life. How about that? There was like a hole in the ground. That's a whole story. Don't worry about it. I hit like a drain and Kylo Ren, everybody. Give it up for Kylo Ren. All right. I don't know. I don't have strong feelings about Kylo Ren. He seems like a bit of a goof to me. That first episode 7, I thought was pretty lame, but generally I was like indifferent to it. It felt too much like it was trying to be episode 4 or the classic ones, but then it was also sort of like, I don't know, nothing was really happening. It just felt a bit blah, which is probably how I feel about those Star Wars ones in general, the new ones. Episode 8 was okay. I didn't have any big problem with that. Kylo Ren, though, I don't know. I read some of those extended universe books where like Leia and Han had kids. I think they had 2 kids. They were learning to use their midichlorians, their Jedi mind powers or whatever. I don't think anybody was killed in that. Hey, we got a good one. But first, here's a double. We got Timon and Pumbaa again. What a wonderful phrase for the rest of your days. Hakuna Matata. Put that in the doubles pile. But check this out. How about that? Black Panther. That's cool. That's a good one. Love Black Panther. I prefer comics Black Panther, if I'm honest, though. The movie was okay. I still haven't seen the second one because I'm kind of over it now. First one was just, it was okay. It was another Marvel movie. Had a bit of flavor. That was good. Didn't quite go far enough for me. I wanted a bit more, a little bit more, a little less of the CG and I don't know, more, I don't know what. I just wanted more. And maybe a bit more of like the Christopher Priest Black Panther comics were pretty good, where like Black Panther is always one step ahead. I felt like movie Black Panther relied on his friends a lot, which was cool. And I liked the what do you call them? Oh man, I'm blanking. The gods. I like all that. I really liked it built heavily on the Christopher Priest comics, but I really liked Reginald Hudlin and John Romita Jr.'s Black Panther comic. That was great. And there was sort of like, it was a glorified motion comic, but it was like they sold it as an animated series with what do you call him? Jimon Honsu. He was Black Panther. I used to think he would be an interesting Black Panther, and he plays it interesting in the cartoon. He's very aggressive. It's interesting. He always sounds a little bit pissed off. I don't really think I think Black Panther's a little bit more cool. He's a little less pissed off because he's so in control. Because he knows, he's confident in himself. He knows he can handle most situations. He's got the brains. He's got the physical ability. Agile, great fighter, all that stuff. I feel like Black Panther, he doesn't need to get mad because he knows he's got a handle on it. But I like that. The silver is kind of like, is it Black Panther or is it White Panther kind of thing? But this is cool. Again, I like this graphic conceit of sort of like the silver figurine with the highlight color. The purple's interesting, you know. I wasn't so into the purple in the movie, but you know, fair enough. Hey, we got another new one. BB-8, everybody's favorite BB-8. If it's not Baby Yoda, it's BB-8. I like those toys. You know, I'm indifferent to BB-8. It's like mini R2 with a new gimmick. The gimmick's pretty cool with like essentially the ball and the little head that stays on top of the ball. That's pretty cool. It's just cool that they built it for real, so you can go and buy one and like pilot it with your phone or whatever, have a little ball rolling around with the head on top. And it's kind of a simple trick as well. If you really think about it, it's just like weighting things, and I think it's magnets. I think it's a light magnet to hold the ball in place, and then the outer shell of the ball, not the ball in place, it holds the head in place, and like the ball rolls around. I don't know. I think there's kits and things you can buy. That's cool though. More Star Wars. Star Wars is good. We're getting a good variety out of these things. I don't know. We got more. Let's keep going. Let's see this through to the bitter end. This inane concept. Do you want to actually see me opening the packets? Is that part of the fun? If you're in Australia, you can head to Woolworths, and I don't know if it's like you spend $30, but I think there's participating products as well. I think I forget what it was. There was like shoestring fries were involved. I like chips. What do you want? French fries. Here's another double. Again, I like that one, Simba. That looks good. That's the kind of figurine too that I feel like, yeah, you buy that. You buy that like cheap. I don't know. Disney stuff's probably really overpriced. I don't really know. I'm not in the market for a lot of Disney stuff. Marvel action figures. Oh, I really want to get a Magneto helmet. Have we discussed this? Hasbro are bringing out these X-Men 97 wearable adult-sized Magneto helmets, and they look just like it's a product for the cartoon for the revival of X-Men 97, which continues the X-Men animated series that ended in 96. I think it ran. Did it go from 90? Was it 93 to 96, or 92 to 96, something like that? I was a big fan of the cartoon, obviously. I loved it. I've got the DVDs, the VHS. I've got it all, but I don't have a Magneto helmet. Still thinking about that, but that's good. Magneto helmets are $100. I don't know how much a little Simba like that would be. Here's a new one. Now this is like, come on. The Mighty Thor. You kidding me? That's awesome. I don't know if that's actually Jack Kirby artwork. The inking finish on that and the colors remind me of the Allreds, Mike Allred and Laura Allred, but I don't know if it's quite stylized enough to be Mike Allred. The face makes me doubt it a little bit. I don't know. It looks like there's no artist signature, which is in its own way a little bit of a travesty, but that's a good 60s style Thor, very much Kirby influenced. Jack Kirby, the great artist who co-created many of Marvel's icons. Was Kirby Thor? I think so. I think Kirby was Thor with was Thor Stanley and Larry? Maybe that's Doctor Strange. I don't know. But that's a cool one. I like that. You know, I'm a Marvel guy, so I dig that. And I like that it's a classic comic reference. That's what you want. That's what I want to see from Marvel stuff, like comics. To hell with these movies. The movies have no flavor. They stink. They're not satisfying from a movie perspective or a comic perspective. Now, if you want a movie perspective, Ewoks. How about that? Card 94. Ewoks. I don't remember the names of those Ewoks, but I remember them. That looks like it could be a production shot, maybe from Return of the Jedi. That looks more like a photograph to me than a painting or anything. Again, I like seeing the classic Star Wars. That's cool. I'm indifferent to the Ewoks. I don't love the Ewoks. and my going theory is, if you're of a certain age or an age bracket, basically, if you grew up in a world where the 3 Star Wars films are available to you from a young age, my theory is, as a child, Return of the Jedi will be your favorite. And then as you age a little bit, you'll be convinced Empire Strikes Back is the best one. Because it's the dark one. It's got the inconclusive, grim ending. Luke lost his hand, and there's drama about his parentage, and he's training, he's doing all this stuff. Okay, so it's basically the teen shithead choice. When you're in your teen, you're in your mopey teen period, you're gonna think Empire is edgy. But inevitably, I think everyone returns to A New Hope. Episode 4 is the best one. That's my theory. The Great Hero's Journey. It's a good standalone story. It's got all the pieces there. A New Hope is the best definitive Star Wars film. Let's move on. Kermit the Frog. Can I? Hee-ho, 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 hee-ho. I don't know. I can't really do it. I don't. Hi-ho, hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. I don't know. Can I do it? Am I close? Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. I don't know, but that's Kermit. How is Kermit a Disney guy? I guess. Did the Henson Company sell to Disney? Is that what's going on here? It's not easy being Green Man. I need tea and none of my business. Hey-ho, hey-ho, Kermit the Frog here. I used to like on Sesame Street when Kermit would be doing news reports in his his trench coat. That's the best. That's the best Kermit. Secret best Kermit. News reporter Kermit. That's a good one. Put that in the new pile. How about that? I didn't expect that from a Disney set. Disney has consumed far too much as far as I'm concerned. I don't know what this is. This is a Pixar one. Is it Sax or Socks? It's Socks. Mr. Socks. Socks. I don't know what that's from. Obviously it's a Pixar thing. It's a CG animated thing. It's probably something I don't really care about, quite frankly. Once again, Disney, if there's any Disney fans watching, particularly in the archive on YouTube, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about Socks. What do I need to know about Socks? We need to update the dossier. Tell me, who is Socks working for? I don't know. Big-eyed cat. Who cares? We got another double. It's a Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper. Fair enough. We still got a few of these packs. We're seeing it through to the end. Seeing it through to the whole tedious conclusion. Are you having fun? Is this exciting? Who knows what we're going to find next? That's a little bit of the thrill of trading cards. It helps if you really like the subject. I used to buy a lot of comic book trading cards, in the early 90s. I was into X-Men, Spider-Man, the General Marvel ones. I liked DC Firepower. DC had crap trading cards for a long time. DC had weak trading card game, but I liked the Firepower set where they were sort of like these 3D embossed ones. Maybe if somebody expresses some interest in this, I could dig out my old trading cards and we could do this again. It's kind of fun, I guess. I don't know. It's something to talk about. It's something to prompt. And I'm having trouble bringing in my other interests. I'll play a game. I'll chit chat about some news or something. It's usually complaining. I don't know. This is kind of a way to get something else involved. Here's one I was never really across. Lady and the Tramp. Lady and Tramp. Everybody knows the iconic spaghetti scene. Is that from an old movie before Lady and Tramp? I think, is that a reference? I can't remember what that would be. Where they suck the spaghetti and then kiss. I think that might be from an old movie, but Lady and Tramp, fair enough. That's not one I was really across. I guess, is that mid-90s? Mid-90s, somewhere around there. I was never that into Disney to begin with, so I was kind of done with it by then. But I was aware of these things, fair enough. And I would watch, we had Saturday Disney, where I would watch Darkwing Duck, and Darkwing Duck, and they had Doug in that, and I forget what else. There was that Mighty Ducks cartoon for a while. There was lots of Disney stuff. I wasn't that into most of it, if I'm honest. Um, what's the one with Uncle Scrooge? I've got Goof Troop stuck in my head now. Yeah. That all I want from Goof Troop is the intro theme because it's so ridiculous. Goof Troop, we always stick together. Yeah. This is the silliest thing ever. I don't know. There's Lady and the Tramp. I like this. I haven't seen this. I think this guy from Soul? Joe Gardner? I dig the look of that card though. That's like a good design. Like some of these are just kind of, still shot. Some of them look like concept art. Stormtrooper's kind of like key art, concept art. It's like a close-up of concept art, design drawings, or maybe key art for like products. Like it's nice. It's got a good sort of simple graphic two-tone quality. But this feels designed. This has some flavor and some style. And check out the colors and the way it's almost got like it's like a crayon or a paint finish. I really like that. And I dig the music in the background. And I'm a sucker for like some jazz vibes or something. That's kind of what that feels like. That I still haven't seen. I think that's from Soul, which looked kind of interesting to me. Like I said, I'm generally not interested in Pixar's 3D animation stuff, but this seemed kind of interesting. That's the kind of one, like, if it was on television, I'd probably watch it. Look at these knuckles. What a knucklehead. I dig that, though. That's cool. That's a good one. Card number 59. And we got another Kylo Ren. Well, I don't know what I'm doing with all these doubles. Maybe I'll fling them at someone like Bullseye. Hurl them at passing children in the street. Get off my lawn, you Disney kids! Back in my day, Marvel Comics stood for something. It was the House of Ideas. I want pictures of Spider-Man. Hey, we got a big one now. Check this out. The Genie from Aladdin. Remember, be yourself. That's a good one. Although it does look a little bit off model to me. This looks like some key art that would be on a second-rate product, not like a must-have product, or maybe like a kid's some sort of children's book of something, but not a good one. You know, those kinds of things. Like you get some books where it's like, this is legit. This has got some good stuff going on. I don't know, some sort of quality to it. This is like, we're just selling the products. It's okay. It's all right. I don't mind that. One day we'll play the Aladdin Genesis game because, again, I'm not a big Disney guy, but I wound up with the Aladdin game very early and I enjoyed it. We got another double. It's a double Hulk. Again, I like that Hulk. That's an interesting drawing. It's not your typical hero shot, but it's fine. And wow, another big Star Wars one. Darth Maul. Give it up for Darth Maul. I can't remember what's his iconic line in The Phantom Menace. I don't know. Something. He's they're like standing around on the balcony. It's almost time. It's not that. That's not the line, but it's something. I don't know. We almost have them. And then what happened to what's his name? Didn't he go off the rails and post things to Instagram that he probably shouldn't? Let's not talk about it. Here's Darth Maul. I was very excited in 1999, and was it already bubbling away in 98? The Phantom Menace promotion. That was a fun time. I mean, those were good times in general. I will romance the 90s quite a lot around here. But it's funny because this is card 99 out of 100, so that's making me think of it too. But the action figures and all the promotional stuff and like promotional crisps, like potato chips, drinks. everything emblazoned with Darth Maul's head, everything conflating the problem, inflating the problem, just exacerbating the whole thing where everybody thinks Darth Maul's going to be this really big deal, and then he doesn't do that much in the movie, setting this movie up for like miserable backlash. Here's the thing. I was big into Star Wars in the late 90s, and the special edition theatrical releases kind of got me. So I was into that. And a friend of mine, Shane, from school, wanted to go early to see Phantom Menace. So we both got out of school early under the premise of a dentist appointment, which I was very nervous about because I was sick a lot, and I felt like this is not. I need those days for when I'm not doing so good. But we did it. We got out of school early. We went and saw Phantom Menace, and I thought it was fine. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and I still enjoy the Phantom Menace. When I watch the Phantom Menace, I will skip parts of it. There are things that I'm less interested in. But generally, I quite like the Phantom Menace, and I always have. I don't know what to tell you. Darth Maul is kind of a cool villain, even though it's limited. The Anakin stuff in the ship, I can do without. Sometimes I'm in the mood for the pod race, sometimes I'm not, but I still think it's fine. And I like all the stuff with Naboo, on Naboo, Jar Jar. I'm not that into, but I didn't hate it. But I like, Liam Neeson. All the Italy stuff is really good. Hey, we're down to the last one. Let's do this. Yeah, all the stuff in Italy for Naboo, and even just like those big grassy hills. It's just something about it, man. I enjoy it. I don't know what to tell you. And those silly robots. Pretty good. All right, I know this one. Edna. We got Edna from The Incredibles. She's the one who designs the costumes. Now, I forget, there's a fashion designer that I think inspired her look. And again, I am drawing a blank, and it's going to be like, it's a no-brainer. If you know fashion designers, you know who this is. I enjoyed that. I liked The Incredibles. I thought The Incredibles was fine. It might be the best Fantastic Four movie, which kind of is a bitter pill to accept because I love Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four are the first family of Marvel Comics, okay? They're classics. Doctor Doom, their arch nemesis, inspires Darth Vader. The reach of Fantastic Four is far and wide. We are overdue a good Fantastic Four movie. It's such a no-brainer. But Incredibles, that's what we've got. And it's good enough. I think Incredibles is also a good case study for some other superhero movies. Like, I feel like Shazam maybe should have looked at Incredibles a little bit, and the 90s comics, John Ostrander's written stuff, where Fawcett City is kind of it's in a magic bubble that keeps it kind of retro. Because these superhero movies should have stronger visual signatures. That's one of the great disappointments of these superhero movies that have taken over our cinemas. Captain Marvel should be Captain Marvel and less what it was in the film. Anyway, Incredibles is pretty good. I'd probably rather have one of the Incredibles than Edna, if I'm really honest. And let's hope that I haven't mistaken this for that character that's in Incredibles. Hey, here's a big topical one. Ahsoka, what is that? Ahsoka Tano. That's pretty good. That does strike me. That looks like artwork for maybe the new series or something. That looks very much like Rosario Dawson to me. I forget, where does Ahsoka first appear? Is it in the cartoon, or was it before that? Because I feel like there were certainly characters of this race or species, I think, before that, and I'm vaguely aware of them. But that's cool. That's a good one. There's a new Disney Plus series coming, so it makes sense that she would be in the set, and obviously a very popular character. That's cool. I guess she trained to be a Jedi with Anakin Skywalker. Is she Anakin's Padawan or student or something? I don't really know. I didn't see that much of the cartoon. Another BB-8. We got lots of doubles. Let's I don't know, let's fold these into the look at this. So we got like quite a list. I don't know if it's how much the set it is. They're numbered. Let's try to get these in order. 91 goes in there. These are all reverse order because I went through them. Yes, 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 yes. Very good. So 58. Let's do this. When I was a kid and like in the 90s collecting trading cards, inevitably you get like the plastic sleeves, and that's cool. And for the longest time, my nine times tables as a kid were very strong. 9, 18, 27, 36, 48, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90, etc. All because trading cards pages were in nines. So mom and dad, if you're worried about your kids spending time with these things, you just never know. It could be of educational benefit. How many kids out there or adults now, how many of us have learned useful little things, educational things out of our interests? I'm sure gamers have plenty of examples where games have sort of trained them to do certain things very well. We all think we can pack. We all think we can pack anything because of Tetris. We've got the best packing skills. And you know what? Maybe we do. Somebody's got to tell me what socks is. I don't know what socks is. I'm trying to think. There's some animal things, but I don't really know much about them. Kermit is 36. Kermit the Frog. Hi-ho. Ewoks 94. I wonder how much have we got? Feels like we got a big chunk of these cards. We're wrapping up now. This is kind of the downward slope. Was this a good idea? Leave a like. Don't forget to follow, because this will be in the archive on YouTube. Right now you can check it out. Search for like Hellhole I don't know. Hellhole Vampire Survivors. That's the current game. I'm having a lot of fun with Vampire Survivors. I've been playing a little bit more, revisiting some of the previous tracks. I was trying to get my the panda character. I was trying to get all the levels with the panda to see what happens if we can finish every level with a particular character. So I filled in some of the gaps because I've been bouncing around trying out the new characters. Vampire Survivors is great. It's not news to anyone. That game has been around for quite a while now. You all know. You all love it. But I'm coming in late. I'm a newly minted PC gamer. There's other PC games I'd like to get to. The PlayStation Summer Sale is only a couple of days longer, so there's a couple of things I'm looking at. Some DLC that I never got that's 85% off. Some if you like Mortal Kombat 11, you get some DLC if you didn't get it. I'm looking at the game Fighting X Layer as well, just because it's 80% off and of great fascination to me. I love fighting games. I love all that stuff. I've been talking about that lately on the Discord, which is there to be had when we get subscribers. I don't know if anybody's been watching while I've been doing this. I've kind of been zoned out. Apologies to you. If you want to say hi in the chat, by all means, say hello. I'll try to say something before we go. Hopefully I'm not drifting from the mic too much. I'm just putting these in order, these cards in order, and chatting. We're in the just chatting category. I'm not usually there. Usually I'm playing games of some kind. I use the game categories. Very interested to see, can we amass a group of Hellions of different disciplines and interests? Because I like to go with what I like. I'm not staying in a particular genre or corner. I certainly have my favorites. You're going to see things repeating, and certain genres will repeat, obviously. But I like to think, maybe a Fall Guys fan jumps into the follows and then discovers Vampire Survivors or Death Stranding or something, and we can all hang out and share these interesting different things with each other, things that we wouldn't necessarily see or come across. I think that's cool. I like that. Sometimes I check out, I'll check out someone playing a game that I know, but like I like checking out NES streams and stuff because I didn't have an NES. My exposure was limited, so it's kind of a cool thing to go check out some NES streams on Twitch or YouTube and and catch up on some things that I don't know much about. That's always exciting. Here's the doubles. So it's not too many, but we've got a nice little stack of doubles. But here's all the cards we've amassed just from shopping. We haven't really discussed the commerce of it. It's a little gross. The supermarkets do these kinds of things quite often. For a while, they did like Ushies, or they were like Ushi knockoffs or something. They were like these little. I mean, they're made of industrial waste or something. They're like little squishy characters that were Disney. I think I've got an Iron Man somewhere. I don't know where that is. I wasn't really that interested in it. They did like miniature products, which I would have enjoyed as a kid, because like as a kid I would like play shop like as a really little kid. This was before school even. I was learning numbers and stuff. I was getting ahead of the game. Not bad. And I was playing like shop. I would get like empty boxes of things and set up a little shop and play. And I think I had a cash register and a little trolley, a little shopping trolley. I was very, very young. I was like 3 or 4. But I'm not so into all those things. But the trading cards just tickled me because I love trading cards. It's been a long time. It's been a long time, like 20 plus years since I've been buying trading cards. I liked the NBA in the 90s, so I got a lot of basketball trading cards, and like I said, a lot of Marvel, a little bit of DC. The Beatles, I was into the Toxic Crusaders. I think I got most of those. Batman Returns was a big one. There's a lot of those, but here we got some Disney cards. That's kind of fun. I don't know what I'll do with them. It's just more crap, isn't it? Maybe I'll get rid of the doubles. That could be fun. I don't know if I'll end up with more of these things. You got to shop. You got to get food and stuff, and they just give them to you, man. They just give them to you. And I thought it would be a bit of fun just to share the experience with you, opening these things up. Like I said, I'm not a big Disney guy, so it probably wasn't the most thrilling thing. But hey, if you want to see the kinds of things that we usually do around here, like I'm knee deep in Vampire Survivors right now, playing a lot of that stuff. What else am I doing? I'm in the middle of Street Fighter 6 World Tour. I'm still dabbling in Rocket League. Elden Ring is something that I wanted to get back to, but I kind of got waylaid. I keep overcomplicating these things. But I don't know. This felt like something fun, a little bit of variety. I like to mix it up if I can. If you're seeing this in the archive, definitely tell me, what do you think? Is this kind of thing fun? Should we do something like this again? Maybe we could just look at stuff. To me, that seems so boring. But of course, I'm used to myself. I'm very bored with myself. I know all the crap I've got. I don't care. Is this just a disgusting display of consumerism? Some of that stuff gets a little ugly. Let's just try to keep it in perspective. Keep it healthy. We have these interests. We have these things, material things that don't mean the world. I don't know. Go hug your mother. Say hi to your dad. Give him a thumbs up or something. I don't know what. Just remember to live in the real world, okay? That's all I ask. So you think McLucifer, this guy, I don't know, what's this guy's deal? Is he no good? I'm a good guy. I'm a nice guy. I encourage you to go and live a good and fulfilled life. Until next time, I'm McLucifer. This is the Hellhole. We've had some fun looking at some Disney stuff. Was it uncynical enough? It was probably, I'm sure it was tedious. I don't know that much about these characters. But I had some fun. Steamboat Willie might be my favorite. Where's that? Let's end on a favorite. A lot of good Marvel ones, some good Star Wars, but look at that. Steamboat Willie. I'll put that on top. How about that? Adios, amigos. Remember to like, subscribe, and all that stuff. I'll see you next time.